Houston County Hospital District. The district responsibility under 1078-101 defines the district having full responsibility for operating hospital facilities and providing medical and hospital care for the county's needy inhabitants. Now here's the point that really concerned me. In section 1078-102, it says that Houston County may not impose a tax or issue bonds or other obligations for hospital services or to provide medical care for district residents. So ESD 2 is out. Effectively, Houston County is out. So that leaves the city of Crockett, which is restricted by their charter for the city limits, and the hospital board for EMS service. In what I read, in my interpretation is, to further complicate it, in section 1078-106, under the mobile emergency medical service, it says the district may operate or provide for the operation of a mobile emergency medical service. It doesn't say shall, it just says may. So that's a question mark on that. Now, further into this, one last point to make before I move on. Section 1078-115 says that contracts with government entities for services, the hospital board may contract with a political subdivision, i.e. the city or the county, of the state or within the state or federal agencies for the district or for any lessee of the district's hospital facilities to furnish a mobile emergency medical service or provide for the investigatory welfare needs of the district inhabitants. So my point is that reading this, and I'm obviously no lawyer, but the hospital district has senior rights, which they can assign to a political subdivision to move forward if the hospital district chooses not to deal with an EMS in the county. Now that's the legal statute. I've talked to Patrick, I've talked to you, John, Larry, all of you have committed morally, just like the city and the county, that we owe the citizens of Houston County mobile emergency response. I'm convinced that ETMC EMS might give us until the end of March to move forward. So what we did through Chief Angerstein, we secured a contract with an EMS consultant, Healthcare Visions. Gentleman's name is Steve Nathan. He'll do an investigation for options that we might have available to us, which could include third-party EMS. It most certainly could include self-performed EMS within the city of Crockett. They're the ones that actually have the facilities and the ability to provide EMS service. And how we finance it, whether it's through subscription or through tax issue. But I think it would require the district to assign the ability of the county or the city to be able to tax for those services. So there's no obligation other than the moral aspect to take on the EMS, which we're all committed to do. We're looking at, in addition to the options, 911 only, full EMS, ambulance, or self-performing or third party. Steve has asked to have feedback from representatives of the hospital board, the city, fire department, and the county. And I'd ask for someone that can represent each of the entities so that he can move forward with that. It's a dilemma that I certainly didn't want to have to deal with, but I am dealing with. And if you, but I'm also happy to turn it over to an individual or a group who are interested in moving forward. I'll provide all the feedback, all the information that I've gleaned these 6 weeks and allow that group or entity to move forward on. But I'm not taking this on because I'm a control freak, which I am. But I just want to make sure that we're moving forward because it's got a limited amount of time. The legality of it, I'm not concerned with. I just want to make sure, like you do, that we have a seamless transition to EMS service for the citizens. And we need to figure out how to fund it.
That's what we will do.
Any questions?
Judge, how soon do the consultant think he would have a report back?
Well, we're 6 weeks into it. My request of him is at the most 4 weeks. It gives us 10 weeks. And it puts the pressure on meeting the original termination date of March 14th to make a decision and determine how we're going to move forward with either a temporary third-party provider or perhaps purchase a unit and start transitioning into a self-performed EMS service.
What was the date on that?
March 14th.
That's when the report will be completed?
No, that's when we'll no longer have ETMC EMS.
Okay, well, any idea when the report?
Yeah, I think we'll have the report at least 2 weeks before that end date, say the first of March at the latest. And I certainly will ensure that you guys have it, the city and the county, and we can review it together and see which approach best suits the county. Here's another issue that you just reminded me, Carol, when you raised your hand. ESD-1 is a self-contained hospital district. If the county taxes to provide EMS service, it has to tax the whole county. There's no way to exclude the residents of Grapeland from that taxation. So they're effectively getting double taxed for a service that they may or may not want at that point. So that's an issue that we'd have to work out as the county. The other is that if that weren't enough, when we lose our ETMC EMS, we effectively lose the certification for the volunteer fire departments that we've got in the county. I'm a volunteer fireman. I'm a first responder, so we'll lose that certification until we can get it reassigned through another group. So that's about where we are.
I was confused, you said something about in the contract with the county, they have to give you a year's notice, but with the city only a few months. Why don't they have to give you a year's notice? I don't hear that.
Well, ideally, we want them to comply with the agreement, but let's say, for example, they do, and they give us 1 year's notice. The city is still, their services in 3 months. So if the county continued service, it would be excluded, the city would be excluded from the county. So it really doesn't matter. It's a legality that will work itself out 2 or 3 years from now.